Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your March 2024 horoscope. And here today, I'm going to discuss the main astrological events happening in March, and I'll tell you how they will influence your sign on a deeper level. This horoscope is most accurate for your rising sign, also called the ascendant sign. However, you can also watch it for your moon sign or your sun sign if you wish, just to get a bigger picture and a wider perspective upon your life. I follow Western astrology and tropical zodiac, so welcome. Now we start the month with Venus still in your sign. So here, I imagine that February was a very vivid, active month. And now we are moving into very different energies. Here, in the month of March, your financial security and stability is especially highlighted and highly, highly emphasized with all the energies here in the sign of Pisces. But before we get to or dive deeper into that Piscean energy, we've got one important alignment on the 3rd of March, and this is a square between Venus and Aquarius. Now, this is happening on the 3rd of March. Venus in your sign, of course, brings a lot of positive vibes, affection, and just really, really harmonious and well-balanced energies. However, when it connects with Uranus, erratic Uranus connected to the unexpected, the unforeseen, here by a square which is related to tense energies that can bring obstacles. And generally, to get out of these sort of energies, we need to incorporate more of a flexible, adaptable approach, but at the same time, it's all about also, well, I'm implementing a little bit of effort and maybe even getting out of our comfort zone. But here we've got Venus and Uranus square. So that's your first and the fourth house influence. So here, generally, with this square, this could be very much connected to generally having this strong need as a result of some situations that emerge around this time. This strong need to, or urge even, to break free from any limitations, any limiting energies, obstacles, any blockages that generally stand in the way towards your independence, towards your freedom, towards your ability to be your true and authentic self. Now, here at the same time, you might want to, it's generally, you might want to do things your way. Perhaps someone at your home or some kind of circumstances related to your parents or generally some family dynamics could be clashing with that need for your independence, for your freedom. So there is a little bit of unpredictability here as we start the month. And overall, this could be a time of increased creativity. It could be also when you want to maybe change your style, your physical appearance, do something different that might not necessarily agree with how things have been done at your home or with some family traditions. So here, stay grounded, and perhaps it's not a good time for making any drastic, sudden, and crazy decisions without maybe considering the pros and cons, because this could generally lead to some eruptions or some disruptive energies in your home sphere. Right. So now on the 10th of March, we've got a new moon in the sign of Pisces. A new moon is when the sun and the moon meet at the same degree in the same sign. This is the beginning of a new lunar cycle in your area of finances. So financial stability, security is really, really highlighted in with that second house influence. This is connected to being financially sufficient, independent, self-reliant as well. So here, a new beginnings connected to perhaps a new source of income, new ways to handle money or manage your finances, perhaps more effectively. Perhaps you're making a major financial transaction decision around this time. Now, this new moon is connected to a lunar eclipse that will take place next year in September 2025. So when a new moon connects to a lunar eclipse, this is huge. So make your decisions really wisely, and if you can, take notes and be present. See what's going on around you in your life around this time, because this will be really significant, can give you some hints in terms of what you might possibly expect to happen during that lunar eclipse in Pisces in September 2025. Right, so here we've got Saturn and Neptune involved as well. And Saturn is all about structure, discipline, order, consistency, stability, fairness, and boundaries. Perhaps you're implementing also more solid and concrete boundaries when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your resources, or perhaps your relationship with other people. Now, at the same time here, we've got also yeah, so Saturn here, whatever that you decide, whatever that you get into connected to your finances, to that's financial stability and security, personal values, it will likely have long-lasting outcomes and results under that Saturnian influence. Now, we've got Neptune circulating around this new moon as well. And this suggests that there is a certain degree, well, on the one hand, creativity, spirituality, or perhaps for some, this could be about investing in oneself. Perhaps when it comes to knowing more about yourself. So perhaps you'll be spending money on things connected to spirituality or self-growth, self-development, learning about the self on a much, much, much deeper level. Now, at the same time, here with these energies, it's essential to be present, grounded, realistic, because there is a little bit of that dreamy and cloudy energy with Neptune being involved. So I think that here with Saturn also being present, write things down. It's all about strategic planning, productivity, all these major keywords connected to Saturn, which is also your traditional ruler, but it's all about your finances. Financial security and stability is really, really highlighted here, and some major new beginnings on the horizon for you as well. Now, as we move forward on the 17th, we've got the Sun and Neptune conjunction on this at 27 degrees. So overall here, this is when you could be redefining your personal values. This is when you will be realizing what truly matters to you when it comes to money, when it comes to personal possessions and resources. However, it's really, really important to be cautious because there is that energy of illusion and delusion that may actually be really, really active around this time. And with that Neptune influence here, so the Sun and Neptune conjunction, this could generally make it difficult to distinguish fantasy from reality. So it's really, really important to approach any financial decisions with an open mind by staying grounded, by staying realistic, by staying practical when it comes to your decision-making process. On the 21st, we've got Venus and Saturn conjunction at 12 degrees of Pisces. So another major event in your area of finances. Now, Saturn here brings that realistic grounding energy, and this could be connected to perhaps making some major financial decisions. It's all about being cautious with your money spending habits, but at the same time, this conjunction could, for some people, this could be about a feeling of or a sense of restrictions or limitation when it comes to your resources or possessions or finances. But it's really important to use this energy in a constructive way. It's a fantastic time to reassess your financial goals, and at the same time to make plans for the future, more financially secure future. On the 22nd, Mars will move into Pisces for about 6 to 8 weeks. So that's your second house. Now, with Mars in the second house, we've got lots of energy, motivation, drive, courage to work on building that financial future, security. Now, with Mars here, for those who work in sales, this is actually a really good transit because you might actually get some really successful deals during this time. Now, with Mars here can make you also impatient when it comes to getting an object of desire, or perhaps this could be about that tendency towards risk taking. So it's something to really, really be aware of during this time, especially since you've got Saturn here. Saturn is all about cautious here in the second house, being cautious, proceed. It's about proceeding with caution. Well, Mars might want you to take risks, and it could make you more impulsive, more impatient, more dynamic. So it's all about moderation as well. But here, Mars, overall, when Mars transits the second on the eighth house, usually there are lots of expenses, but generally money just dissolves, and so I think it's essential to really keep track of your outgoings, especially since nowadays it's so easy just to pay with your phone or with even with your card without even remembering your PIN. You can just touch, contactless, and it's just at the end of the week or day, you might realize that you just spent more than you were anticipating. So here, generally, it's all about being present, grounded, and conscious of your outgoings. But at the same time, it's a really good time for making money if you have your own business as well. You might see that you will become really motivated to finally perhaps work on some major projects that you have been delaying for quite some time. Mars will give you this boost of energy and will help you to make it happen, or to make them happen, to launch them, to take them off the ground. And here it's all about perhaps aligning your values with your actions as well. Now, on the 25th, on the other hand, we've got a Libra lunar eclipse. And here, an eclipse, yes, that's when we start the eclipses season of 5 degrees of Libra. And this eclipse is connected to the new moon we had back in September 2022. So see whether you can remember what happened in your life around that time. Because during this lunar eclipse, you could be dealing with similar energies, similar people, similar circumstances, but a lunar eclipse really, really illuminates the story that started back in September 2022. Very often, with an eclipse on a south node, something eclipses out of our life. This is your ninth house, and perhaps you are moving away from some old beliefs. Perhaps you're redefining your life principles, your life philosophy, because some aspects of what you believe, or perhaps your life principles, no longer align with your life, with your reality, with where you are heading. Here, with that lunar eclipse in Libra, this could also see you launching a business, service, book, publishing. And but at the same time, it looks like you're shifting away. Something is going to move away from your life. And this could be about a complete change of your mindset or your worldview, perhaps a connection as well, a foreign connection. And this could be the case. Perhaps you're completing a major course of study. It could be about a major peak when it comes to your language course. Well, I'm actually talking about languages because I actually started to learn French recently. So yeah, so I'm kind of like saying languages. So maybe you're learning a language, or perhaps you're going to have an exam now, and you will generally here be moving to a very different phase, and perhaps receiving your certification, perhaps you're receiving your citizenship. So lots of different things could be taking place, but I think it's also this energy is connected to liberation from any heavy baggages, energies, people, whatever it is that makes you feel stuck in their reality, in this reality, and perhaps blocks that ability to move forward, to reach your purpose. Because here, let's not forget, the ninth house is connected to our purpose. And if you felt like you were not on the right track, these eclipses are here to help you, to realign you with where you are supposed to be going. But here with the south node, there is a shift of energy. And it looks like your worldview or perhaps your direction is slightly changing or shifting as well. We've got an out of sign opposition with Neptune in Pisces. And this suggests that this could be a very spiritual time, a time when you could feel compelled to explore new ideas, new philosophies as well, or perhaps deepen your understanding of the existing ones. However, perhaps you might not be fully aware of the situation that you're dealing with at the time of this eclipse because of that opposition with Neptune and Pisces. Perhaps you could be in two minds as well, trying to see the pros and cons of a situation you're dealing with. And, take your time. Don't rush. Mercury will be retrograde in April, and there will be an eclipse as well. So give yourself some time, because it's not really good to make major decisions on the day of the eclipse. Speaking from myself, I had my braces fitted on the day of the eclipse. And generally, I had issues with brackets and things just weren't really going well in the initial days and the weeks. So I had to go back and had to have things readjusted. So overall, it was actually a coincidence that that day was set on the eclipse. I couldn't change it. But if you generally, if you can, then don't try not to make any major decisions or have any major things going on the day of the eclipse. That's on a side note. But overall, I'll discuss this further and more in depth closer to the date. Thank you very much. Have a good month, and until the next time, bye for now.